Recap 2020, here we go. January. We moved into the house we bought. Yay! February. This month I made my gender-bent Kristoff cosplay. It is based on a design that I made myself and I'm really happy with the result. March. I started making stage props and audio to enter the cosplay contest at VEX convention. But then, of course, everything got cancelled because of the pandemic. So I bought myself a ring light so I could make cosplay pictures from home. I practiced with my Supergirl and Kara cosplay. And then my students discovered my cosplay account. Some comments were actually really nice, but of course someone had to be a troll and ruin it, so I just ended up blocking all of my students to avoid more troll comments from them in the future. On a more positive note, Charlie got to go outside for the very first time. The first time I used a leash, but soon she got to run around free. April. Due to lack of motivation, I joined in on the 15 Days of Cosplay Challenge by Cinnamon Sweets and Valania Cosplay. The concept is very simple. Every day had a different theme and you would try to recreate a character that fit that theme with what you had at home. It was a lot of fun and it resulted in my Merlin cosplay. Fun fact, one of the comments from a student was that I should cosplay Eleven from Stranger Things. The theme of day 2 was TV series, so here you go. I also tried to make a pattern for Elsa, but that failed. Moving on. May. I really liked the 15-day cosplay challenge, so I did something similar with the 6 cos tests. And again, that was so much fun to do. I also started making more YouTube content, finally. And I made a TikTok account. Don't judge me. Near the end of May, I did a photo shoot with my Kristoff cosplay. It was just me and my fiancé who made the photos to keep everything safe in the pandemic. I also got a rather fun reminder that I'm getting old, as my fiancé and I celebrated our 11th anniversary of being a couple, June. I started focusing more and more on YouTube and even got a microphone for my camera as an early birthday gift from my fiancé, so thank you. July. It was finally time to really start on Elsa. I ended up buying a pattern from Etsy and it was great. The dress was exactly how I wanted it to be. I also got myself some new mermaid tails, so of course, since it's summer, that meant swimming! The supplies we ordered for our Onward cosplays arrived, so I made the wig for my fiancé his Ian cosplay, and I couldn't resist doing a little cos test myself while he started on the sword for my Laurel cosplay. July always comes with yet another reminder that I'm getting old, as it's my birthday that month and I turned 28 this year. August. In the beginning of August, I did a photo shoot with my Astrid cosplay. My lovely fiancé was once again my photographer. It was a lot of fun and I loved the result. I made more progress on Elsa, which basically meant more crystals! I declared the cosplay done, but then I ordered more decorations, so to be continued. Then Charlie got lost. We went looking for her for days and even got some help from the neighborhood cats. Luckily, she found her way home again. And it is still summer, so that means more swimming! I even tried my lace front aerial wig underwater to see if it would hold up for an underwater photo shoot in the future. September. We finally bought an embroidery machine and it is so cool! So, of course, I immediately had to use it for my new project, which is a warrior version of Fawn from Tinkerbell that I am making to join a group after the pandemic. October. My fiancé finished the sword from Onward and it is huge! I also got myself one of my dream cosplays and I plan on making a video about it, so more on that later. And the most exciting news from 2020 is that I got married to the love of my life. He is my high school sweetheart and I look forward to spending the rest of my life with him. November. I did a safe photo shoot of my Merlin cosplay with my husband as photographer. I had 2 weeks off from work, so I made my Princess Bubblegum cosplay as a stay-at-home project. And then I got sick. My symptoms suggested I had COVID-19, but after my test was negative, we had to go to the hospital. We thought it was just going to be a regular checkup to really make sure it wasn't COVID, because that's what the doctor said. So my husband waited in the car, as he was not allowed to come inside. But many hours and many tests later, they discovered that I had pulmonary embolisms, which are blood clots in the blood vessels of your lungs. I had to stay in the hospital and my husband had to go home without me. I had to stay in the hospital for 5 days. Visitors were not allowed, but all of the kind messages and cat videos and gifts that I received from friends and family definitely made up for that. Once I was back home, it was resting and cuddling with Charlie. December. The theme of this month was definitely recovering. Luckily, I had the best company to do that with. This also gave me time to knit a fun Christmas hat. Throughout this month, I worked on this video doing a little bit every day. The concept became a lot different than my first idea for a recap video because I had to take it easy. For Christmas, I received the most beautiful commission, this Astrid doll made by Raf Dollmaker as a present from my husband. At the end of December, I had a checkup in the hospital and all the tests were good, so that means I can go back to work. I still have to listen to my body and I will have to take medication for at least a year. There will also be more checkups at the hospital next year. But even with all that in mind, I'm still excited to start on 2021.